We'll see how it sounds, all right? Fuck it. The DFP album's called It's About Tea. Fuck it. Show the finish. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? There's always got a peep shit.
Hola.
I got a peep shit. You see all these people fucking being fake snakes. Gun coming up in my brakes. Trying to slow down my momentum. But I see him dripping venom, so I stay with my
It's the track addict. Talk to him.
Put my hands up, Paulie style. Instead of going Frank Castle. Wow. Third time's the charm, but watch me get to Jay Leno, face like Mace, fall back, place.
To him.
Tony
T.
Watch me get in it. Watch me get busy. Watch me stand in the soul train line. While you still sitting there like a phenom with your fucking legs all wet.
Brought to you by Alka-Seltzer. Sometimes you just need it.
Write more songs. My voice just cracked, but you know my voice gone. Stuck down and see. Like my name fucking Uncle C. Didn't you mean to say Uncle Si? Shit. I ain't the same guy.
Nature's handed.
But we have the same energy. Say what we want to say and don't give a three C's. And that's why we so unique. And that's why the girl that little world gravitate around.
Get this, get to the war, wounded chair out the way. Why do you always sound like a drunk? Never got it.
You're laughing in the background. I'm still trying to find out where I'm in town.
Feel like I'm Johnny Carlson. Get ready. If you know, you know.
And I got him by the neck like we playing a game of
Trip P.
You know what I mean. My name is AOD. AW, follow with the damn G. My man Griff says I'm EE. You know what I mean.
Good war.
Smoking up the shit for back wars, but now smoking up cool rolls. You're rolls. You know what I meant, dog. You see me in the Page magazine or you catalog.
You know, in the movies, they always rub the apple on the chest. Why are you biting your taco meat? It's delicious. Extra protein.
Hola, hola. It's rotating in the cosmos. Give you guys another creative recess. Recess? Sounds like you don't want to say recess. I guess we can take a little
Eat
recess.
extra floss, you know what I mean?
Extra
floss.
Give you guys another creative process from Mr. Track Addict. Why not? Fuck it. We'll see how it sounds, all right? Fuck it. The DFP album's called It's About Tea.
I feel like a grown cat swallowing his own hair after it licked itself. I'm gonna call some hairballs. Every time I make music, I be rocking my own dick on that bitch. You gotta be your own mascot, just like Prodigy said back in the day on Bob Beats. We be bumping this music all the time. That's what we gotta do. I'm sure again, follow with the Track Addict. The theory has it, they be digging grooving. Hey, Omega, go ahead and follow them cats. Confirmation. Bitches.
Third time's the charm, but watch me get it. Jay Leno, face like Mace, fall back, place. Tony T. Watch me get it. Watch me get busy. Watch me stand in the soul train line. While you still sitting there like a phenom with your fucking legs all
Stone Cold Steve Austin face eating some hot ones. All right, let's get it, man. Just raising the vibration on this beautiful, beautiful Grand Rising. How's everybody feeling on this Grand? No, it's 4:44, and man, the timeline was 4:44 when I looked at it. How ironic. After I looked at the time in the kitchen, and both clocks said 4:44. I got the microwave, which I don't use, but guess to use it, you know what I mean? Because if you know, microwaves take out the nutrients from your food. So when you're basically eating rubber every time you throw something in the microwave, you want to nuke something real quick. You're just taking the nutrients out, so you're not putting anything in your body. Confirmation, bitches. And I think I did an episode on that a while ago talking about how, like, the Army, the reason why microwaves were created, I believe, were for soldiers to eat on the fly. It was like similar to how astronauts had like meal ready kits, you know what I mean? It was like powder food the astronauts would have in space. Yeah, if they were really in space, right? But we know NASA stands for lies. Like literally NASA stands for lies if it's decoded. If you decode it, the definition of NASA stands for lies. It's just slipping my mind right now. Confirmation, bitches. There's the dog down the street. I'm going to borrow a little bit of Ralph Smart's. The cat down the road. I got the dog down the street. Does he say the cat down the road? Or did he say cat down the street? Either way, you get the gist. One more time. Slow motion side. It's good, Ralph Smart. Which go with you. All right, buddy, I'm going to let you get back outside. I don't want to do that to you. All right, go outside. I don't want to get you. No Bugs Bunny Chewies. It's a good old, oh yeah. First of all, welcome everybody. I had to get your spirits raised up just like Mr. Rogers did, you know what I'm saying? Good old Bob Ross. We got to get your spirits up. He had the little chipmunk running around and shit. Everybody in the audience, oh my God, and at home, oh, that's such a cute animal. Before he even did one stroke on the fucking on the canvas. Before he did one stroke, he had the good old chipmunk running around and the birds, whatever he had on that joint. Everybody, oh my God, who is Bob Ross? First of all, millennials, do your research. A lot of you millennials are just, it's not your fault, because when you're born, you're in your time period, right? This social construct thing called time, all right? But that's another time, another topic. But when you're born, so I'm not here to knock you. I mean, that's this like an inside joke with different generations. We say, oh man, you young bucks, man, back in my day, shit, we had it good. And you young bucks would be listening to the older elders, you know, a time when it was like that, but we getting it back right how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? How to raise a child to take a village, we're going to get back to those times, slowly but surely, you know. We'll be saying back in my day, and you little young bucks would be inspired by the older elders. I mean, the younger, wiser elders, right? Or the more experienced elders. And you'll be listening to our stories, and then you'll be inspired to follow our footsteps because we gave you something that was inspiring, you know what I mean? And then you see us when we telling you the stories, and you'll be going back home or wherever you've been, man, I want to be just like Uncle Tim, or Uncle Buck, or Uncle Jamal, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be uncle. It could be anybody, you know what I'm saying? Confirmation, bitches. How you doing, Mama Dukes? I love you. It's so funny, man. I went to my neighbor's house just to sidetrack, and I always have a red cardinal follow me everywhere. It don't matter where I'm at in the world, I'll have that red cardinal follow me. So I went to my boy's house, and good looking Kenny, I got bestowed a bike. I got to tell you all the story. This is an awesome story. So I went to Kenny's house to chill. He called me up earlier this morning, or yesterday. He called me up earlier yesterday, Grand Rising. And I had an early start. He got off work early, so I was like, perfect, you know. I can go over there early since I knocked out my videos and so forth. Going off my mini day schedule. Thank you to Neotech, if you know, you know. Beginning to utilize the mini day schedule more often. And I'm cracking open the books again and seeing what you've been telling me for years. Now I can utilize it properly because I'm getting my time back, reclaiming my power. So now I can utilize everything you've been telling me, Mark Hamilton and Neotech, for years. So thank you all. I love you. I never left you. We know. I'm here. It's a journey. You predicted it a long time ago. Now I'm seeing all the things that you've been telling me a while ago. It's awesome. True Jedi shit. Y'all, you're the shit. So I was at Kenny's house, and then we're sitting on the porch smoking and shit. And then I look in the tree because he lives on a golf course, literally. We're seeing some people golf, and this shit is awesome. And I look at the tree for some strange reason. I see the red cardinal just staring right at me. I was like, guys, you follow me all the way from home? The red cardinals, I got birds following me all day. I'm like some true Ace Ventura shit. So I literally was just sitting there on his porch thinking, because like when you're on your God shit, when you got your isolation time, it's like you have a social battery only. You only have a little bit of social battery when you disconnect from your connection, wherever you're at. Confirmation, bitches. So I'm sitting there on this porch. I'm like, man, I should be back at my cave and doing my research. But God's telling me to balance it. You can't always be in your bat cave and doing your research. You got to get out. Confirmation, bitches. So I'm sitting there thinking quietly while he's playing his music on Pandora, which helps me balance out shit too, because I love music. All of us chosen ones do. It's the natural language, if you know, you know. And the ultimate power in the world is love. The strongest, so if you know, you know too. So I'm sitting there thinking quietly, and we were watching the movie That's My Boy too. Adam Sandler movie, That's My Boy. So if you know, you know. That movie's fucking launching, yo. I haven't seen it in a minute. He's like, who's watching That's My Boy? I know I'm bouncing around a lot. But we were watching that. We took a break. We went out on the porch just to smoke, and I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, hopefully I don't tell him I'm about to dip soon. I do that at times. So my social battery, my second brain was like, okay, we got to go back. So sitting on the porch, I'm chilling, trying not to be antisocial, yada yada. And I look at the tree and I see the red cardinal. Basically, that's the moral of the story. I was like, it was just staring right at me too. I was like, thank you, ancestors, for always following me, no matter where I go. No matter where I go. But just to jump back to the movie, That's My Boy. We watched Pixels like 2 weeks ago, and I mentioned to Kenny, I was like, yo, man, the thing about Adam Sandler, because I'm getting into movies. I've always been into movies, but I'm about to get busy on movies. I was talking to my boy Bizzle last night. I was like, yo, when you and I do a movie, and my man Redbeard, we're going to do some movies too. It's going to be launching. If the universe aligns us to do all movies with whoever I work with. And Smooth too. But I was telling my boy Kenny today, I was like, yo, man, Adam Sandler, hands down, besides the Wayans brothers and shit, like Scary Movie, they're launching. Adam Sandler has been back to back the most funniest movie producer and actor and casting, hands down, with movies. It doesn't matter, like his genre. It's just like, it could be a romantic comedy, whatever. They're all comedy. Or serious, you know what I mean? Like, he did a movie called Gems, and that was really good. That shorty in that movie was thick as a bitch, too. Baby J's. Huh. All right, stay on topic. But I was telling Kenny, I was like, yo, man, Adam Sandler and his casting, Madison Productions, I think it is. Yeah, something like that. It's just funny. It's like, I mean, he hasn't failed me yet. I've not seen an Adam Sandler movie that's been, like Hubie was lunching the Halloween movie. When he has that thermos, he's ducking everybody on the neighborhood. Sorry, I'm jumping, but this is a good vibration video, right? Fuck it, we're 12 minutes in, 57 seconds. Oh my God, if you know, you know. 12:57, 8:08. God, baby Chase. If you know, you know. 5 and 2 is 7, and 7 and 1 is 8. So, and then 1 with the 5 and 2 is 8. Yada yada. Whatever. You know, you know. So, I was telling him how proud I am of Adam Sandler and his casting and so forth. Because they always make me just fucking soul laugh, gut busting shit. And it reminded me of how me and whoever I hire is going to do movies. It's just going to be that same caliber of humor. I'll just say that. It's going to be like that consistent humor. Like when me and Biz were talking last night, we have the same sixth sense of humor, like left field shit, just to take the audience wherever. Because we're algorithm changers, so. Like, I'll give you an example, and then I'll get back to foundation, which there's no format here, so that's why it's whatever. So I'm training my brain to stop being so like diplomatic at times and just be free flowing with it. Confirmation, bitches. So we were talking about if we did a scary movie, it would just be like, or whatever. Just for a scary movie, just for simple purposes, so I won't rattle your head off. We're talking about how stereotypical. That's how we got on the movie, scary movies. My boy Sean Bizzle, we had an inside joke, or just a joke back in the day when he lived with us. You know, in scary movies, every time the couple, they run from the woods to the cabin and they're all safe. Oh, we think they're safe. They lock all the doors. They board her up the windows. Check the attics, everything, right? The basement doors, you know, the little shelter doors, all that shit. They make sure it's locked, right? The chimney hatches, all that. So So they think they're safe and everything's quiet. But then all of a sudden, from the movie's perspective, you see that one door, right? Then the camera lens zooms closely on that doorknob. And the audience is thinking what we don't want to see. But of course, that action transpires very shortly after the zooming of the camera on the doorknob. So we're all at the audience thinking the same thing. I hope that doorknob don't move. No one tries to get in. So my boy Sean would always over-exaggerate the doorknob, the classic stereotypical doorknob twist of an intruder trying to get in the house. So he would always over-exaggerate twisting the doorknob like in the movies do. But the movies do it to a certain degree, but Sean would do it he would overkill it. So the camera zooming in on the doorknob on the scary movie we're watching. Whatever. And you just see it start twisting all violently and shit, and then the couple's, oh my God, oh, Timmy, he'll grab the shotgun. Oh my God, what's going on? And check on the kids. And the doorknob's just shaking just for a few seconds. And everybody's, their heart's anticipating, oh my God, it's a sheet jump. It's a jump shock. What is it, a jump scare? Yeah, it's a jump scare. It's a perfect jump scare to spill your popcorn over your significant other's lap and yada yada. Then your inquisitive Addams Family hand gets busy to try to get the popcorn kernels that just fell somewhere in a crevice. Well, honey, what are you doing? I dropped the popcorn, honey. I'm just trying to get all the kernels. We paid a lot of money for this bucket of popcorn. I'm getting every kernel. Stay focused, right? So you do your little fendling and shit till you feel like you got your hand in a fucking bathtub of soapy suddies and shit. Oh my God, I got soap suds and soap suddies. But yada yada, right? Besides that, you getting your hand all, dampies and drippies. So stay focused. I am. Ancestors, I'm just doing what I do. Even the ancestors loving that shit. So you get your hand all soapy McGopies, like you in a dish pan and just washing soap. You washing dishes like you working at a restaurant and shit, and you that dishwasher. So you already know the action. So you getting your setties heads on in the movie, and the doorknob's all twisting. So damn, I went left field real quick. So the doorknob's twisting a little bit. Stereotypical movie. And then it does it like a few more times. All right, we get that. But in me and Sean's movie, we would have the doorknob, confirmation bitches, twisting just a little bit. Stay with me. Yeah, bitch. All right, 5 a.m. everybody. So in our movie, we would have the doorknob twisting just a little bit. So the audience would do the same thing. Oh, Timmy, get the shotgun, bada bing, bada boom, right? But after the doorknob twist, then all of a sudden we will randomly have an object just get tossed, confirmation bitch, tossed in a random window. Like, so the audience is focused on the doorknob twisting. And it stops twisting. So then you get your calmness back temporarily, right? You know how scary movies are. They just keep you anticipated, just cliffhangers, like the edge of your seats, right? So me and Sean and everyone knows, if you're a horror movie or a suspense movie genre fan, you know how the algorithm mostly are in scary movies, how they get you. Light of the chosen one, say, God, I took him out of power. Okay, so our movie, once again, would have the doorknob twisting, the significant other getting all scared, then the doorknob stops twisting. But after the doorknob starts twisting in our movie, we would have like a chair go through a random window. And then the audience would be, what the fuck? We just saw the doorknob twist. How is this? What's going on here? Is there more than one intruder? And then we would have random footprints or footsteps going on upstairs on the roof. So you're like, what the fuck's going on? And then Sean did the the Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers. The breathing music anticipation. So he started doing it when I was talking about the doorknob twist and how he used to do that at our house when he stayed with us. He would pull up, he would get off work at like P.F. Chang's like late at night, park on the side of the house, and then before he gets in the house, I knew what he would be doing. But I would look at the doorknob like I was in a scary movie, and his dumb ass would just be like, he had the keys to get in, but he would like put the key in, and put it halfway in and twist it, and everybody thinks he's going to open the door up normally, but then he'll be over exaggerating and twisting the door like. It's like you had to be there. You had to be there to see it. It's luncheon. Okay, guys, let's get back to what we're talking about, which is whatever we were to raise your vibration. We're 20 minutes in. Baby Jace. Man, that was a good download, right? It's like I kind of forgot what I was talking about at the very beginning. Oh, the music and jamming to your own shit, raising the vibration. So, I may just leave y'all with that, but I'm just letting you know between the lines that I got some good shit popping. The creativity juice is flowing back in action, okay? We got Mother Nature's candy. I'm changing my regimen up. I just went outside and grounded earlier. I was like, you know what? I'm still up, still feeling creative like I normally am. And I looked at my Mother Tiamat sign I got up on my door just to let me know I need to praise God 3 to 5 times a day. I need to go outside and ground to get connected to Mother Earth. That's just period and sun. I got to, right? So I got back into motivation to go back out there if I'm up this early again and just do it before the sun rises. It's like a, hey, what's up? Very proud. That was awesome. I saw you. Oh, there you are, the red card, and I'll be damned. How you doing, baby? Hey. Well, if your mama didn't communicate, call you baby. But ancestors, how y'all doing? That's awesome. I saw you earlier at Kenny's house. I was tripping. Oh, that's what we were talking about, Kenny's and the red cardinal. That's right, follow me. Thank you for getting me back online. So I was about to disconnect from down. Like, all right, guys, see you later. Some Chris Farley shit. Don't take no for the first answer. Tommy boy. No, of course not. You sure? All right. So you want to buy this truck? No. Alrighty then. Yeah, so that's what it was. I was just talking about how like Spirit Team always follows me and our creative juices, they loving. I was talking about like getting out the bat cave and working on being social again. So I'm getting back on that foundation as well. To get out of my Obi-Wan cave, that's bottom line too. A lot of us get in that isolation. Extrovert, period. If that makes sense, like hermit mode. It happens for us to rebuild and to go through our caterpillar transmorphous into a butterfly stage. And a lot of times, it's very uncomfortable. The isolation, people falling off. You can't bring everybody with you in the same chapter. I know a lot of this is redundant, but these steps that I'm saying to you is very crucial. They're very needed in your journey of self-development and being a student of life. It is very crucial. I mean, these are like the 10 commandments. I'm not even bullshitting you. It's like the 10 crack commandments. Pew, 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 pew. If you know, you know, you know. Biggie and P. Diddy. Yeah, I know. It's just shit. I didn't even. Baby J's. I know. Stay off that algorithm. Shit, that was a good one. Almost got me. Damn, that almost did get me. Really good. Okay, let's get back. Shit, that's powerful energy. Huh. No, I know. That's what the world wants me to do right now. Ass. That was crazy. I'm really feeling the pull. All right, let's talk about something else. So, ass. That's crazy. Shit. Okay, all right, Spirit Team. Okay, that's why. But damn, that's that strong shit too. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the P. Diddy trial. I did bring that up earlier before. And for my true fans out there, they know. I know this is a bouncing around download, but that's what happens. Daily motivation, think differently, and don't just get up. Wake up. With your boy Zodog. I think that was the timing of it, because I think the last few times I did it previously, I did that prematurely. And yeah, so I was like, I think I did that prematurely, my friend. Yeah, with Sammy Davis Jr. face. Frank Sinatra's, if you know, you know. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with the P. Diddy trial, but I did say a few days ago that he is a human being, and yes, I do love all human beings. I don't have any hate for them, but I did forget about the Kim Porter thing. I was like, yeah, justice better be served for Kim Porter, period. First and foremost, okay? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah, I'm still standing on that. Kim Porter's family will get justice, you know what I mean? So hopefully everything in the cosmic heavens and it's funny, throat chakra, cosmic heavens and cosmic court will deal with that properly. But yes, everybody that has been done foully and people who has been treated misfairly and hasn't had their true justice served, that is what I stand on, that foundation. Justice will be served cosmically in the heavens, and all of that balancing out will happen. But my job now is to still spread love. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying on that note. I'm still here to spread love, but justice, I still stand on justice. Everybody's fairly been served. I don't want nobody getting out because they paid a bribe or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about that shit. I'm all about liberation and vindication to the fullest. And if someone's innocent, yeah, you know, defend them, you know? So, yeah. Defend your character by all means, you know? Like I told you a while ago, there's two categories. Very simple to it's very easy to simplify what team you're on. John with a spoon finger. Lip smack. It's very easy to simplify whose team you're on. Are you on God's squad? Easy to distinguish if you're on God's squad is you do things that are for the planet. You know, you don't litter. You don't just toss out shit out your windows like it's, no, that's someone else's job. Fuck it, I don't care. Like, if you have no consideration for the planet and you just toss out shit after you go to a 7-Eleven, you crush your little Slurpee in the summertime. You know how many people I see when I'm randomly out doing my Batman shit? People just tossing out their big Slurpees and shit, big cups. Okay, guys, just pull off. And they have no flinch. Like, they don't even flinch. They don't care. After they crushing Mickey D's, that murderous food, and all these fast food chains and shit, they're like, all right, and toss it right out the window. I'm like, what the fuck? I used to be one of those people. I was not that blatant. I would never toss out whole, I don't know, like very minuscule time. I was foul. I was trifling sometimes. Okay. All right. Okay. So I littered. Let's just say that. Doesn't matter how big it was. You littered, right? So I used to be one of those people. But when you're with the planet, those actions or those type of actions that are disrespecting towards mother disgust you. It just makes you feel a certain way. So if you have those symptoms, when you see somebody doing something that's foul and disrespectful for your mother, then you know you're for the planet. And if you're not for your mother, Tiamat, and you do the opposite actions, disrespect her, throw litter out there, pissing randomly, whatever you do to disrespect Mother Nature and disrespect Mother, disrespect, the planet, and you have no regards to your actions and you're perfectly fine with that, then you're against the planet and you're on devil time. And you don't mind hurting people and watching people in pain, you're laughing, you're secretive, all that stuff, all those traits, you're on devil's time. You're not for the planet. You're not for building, you're for breaking. Very easy. You're not a builder, you're a destroyer. Right? And that's how God judges Mercury retrograde, right? Judges us all. It all boils down to what does that heart do? Very easy to distinguish yourself. Look in the mirror. You don't need to look in the mirror. Just close your eyes or whatever. Ask yourself, what does my heart do? How does my heart truly feel towards civilization, towards nature, towards life? Confirmation, bitches. It's very easy to ask yourself these questions, but it's not easy to give yourself that answer out loud. It's very easy to dismiss the first answer that comes to our brains. Because we're all human, right? We got the ego. We all want to paint ourselves to be perfect. Like, that wouldn't be us. Just like people's kids. If someone else comes up to that person and talks negative about that person's sibling, the first thing in their mind most of the time, They're not real with themselves. They're like, oh, not my son, not my daughter, right? We've heard it, we've seen it. It's the same type of thing. We don't want to believe that our own blood would be painted in a different picture, in a different light than we painted our siblings or ourselves to be. We're 30 minutes in. I'm about to wrap it up soon. So we need to be honest with ourselves because we're the painters of our own story. So you can't lie to yourself when you know what colors you're putting on your canvas, right? So let's not lie to ourselves with which color we're dipping our paintbrushes in, because we see the work of art we're creating. So if we can't accept what we're painting in front of our own eyes, then we have a problem, right? Thank you, Spirit Team. That was off the ass. That was right off the cuff. I was like, that's a pretty good analogy. And I'm learning I'm here to help this earth too, to communicate beyond language. Felt like the light flickered. That was ill. I'm here to communicate with the collective beyond language. So we'll be soon, if not already, talking more telepathically, more through body language, more through nature than we're doing with this technology. I mean, the shift we're going through, y'all, it's wild. We just have to be very careful to be honest with ourselves so we can really ascend into this new earth and anchor it properly and stay there so we won't get tempted to go back in our old ways. Because I'm getting tempted left and right to go back in my old ways. It's like certain TV shows. And I'm gonna work on my breathing too. A little left field. I gotta finish watching Wakanda Forever. That movie's so dank, man. So awesome watching it. I've watched it over 7 times, but watching it now in this light, it's just stupid dank what you miss. I love Marvel. I mean, Marvel needs to step up and start paying their actors correctly. I've been seeing that the last few weeks and last few months. The actors from Marvel and Avengers and stuff, they're getting, shortchanged. It's terrible. So yeah, they need to fix that quick. These it wasn't teamwork makes the dream work. But y'all need to pay the actors properly. And don't be dirty and don't be doing them dirty. Period. You gotta treat everybody fair. What was I getting at before I talked about Marvel? Oh yeah. Thank you, Spirit Team. So we need to be honest with ourselves with the picture we're painting in front of us. So we can ask ourselves those tough questions and answer those tough questions correctly. So we won't. That's right. So we won't be. Stop talking with your mouth open. So we won't be lying to ourselves, stopping our own growth to ascend into the 5D and stay there permanently until we can ascend to the next chapter. By lying to ourselves, especially during this period of retrograding and pulling off the false identities, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. And not identifying with certain things anymore. Like I was saying, I'll be watching certain shows be calling my attention, and I'm like, no, I feel it inside. It's like, no, I don't need to watch no Shark Tank right now. No, I don't need to watch no Jasco. No disrespect, Jasco, but it's all about frequencies and staying in a high vibrating frequency. So there's certain shows my older self wants to watch as entertainment. Let's just keep it like that. But my inner knowing knows to go to a GFL download or Starseeds download or a collective video, which I need to catch up to a lot of you collective. I love you baddies, but I need to catch up to a lot of y'all because today was one of those days. Every day is one of those days. That's why it's like I'm being very careful with my social battery. When my boy calls me, wants to chill, my older self wants me. I had a story too about the bike, yeah. But I may get to that another time. We're already 34 minutes and 44 seconds in. That was dope. 34, 44. If you know, you know. 7, 7. 3 and 4. 7, guys. Okay. All right. And 444, you know, the angels around you. You're on the right path. You're protected. Yada, yada. You know, you know. So when my boy calls me up, I'm feeling my older self wants to go over there and chill. You know, we watched The Chosen. So, like, he's a child of God. So it's not a distraction as much to go over his house because we're on the same frequency. But at times, it can just be for chilling. And I'm on a different mission. And I'm not supposed to be telling him exactly what I'm doing. It's literally like, it's so awesome in a way. Like, I feel like I'm Peter Parker with him. He's like, why do you got to go all the time, man? What's going on? And I'm following my instinct and my intuition. It's like, you got to go. You got to finish a God mission. You know, I'm like Noah. It's like, you got to finish building the ark. You can take an hour break. You've been working on this ark for 137 years, so you can take a break every now and then. Damn, it took him that long. I found that out recently, too. It took him like 137 years to build that ark. I mean, look how massive it was and how many animals he had to carry and so forth. So, and to restart life. So, yeah, it took him a long time. So I'm getting these intuitions, and I'm feeling like Peter Parker there. And God's like, hey, man, just you can only explain so much. Most of this is sacred. But I'm explaining this to y'all because this is a template for generations. This is a legacy we're creating together. So I must leave the template. It's just like how the Bible is basic instructions before leaving Earth. That document and those documents of story was a necessity. Even God had Moses write the 10 Commandments in stone. It's like scripts are very important, okay? People's lineage are very important for the next generation to know what was before them so they can have an idea of what's in front of them. So that there's certain things in life that it is necessary to maintain order. Baby J's, you guys are everywhere, aren't you? Little flying me guys. So like there's certain things in life that just, it's a must. There's certain margins I'll use just as an analogy, a parable. There's margins, like the margin on a page, you know, when you're writing, you don't want to go past that red line on the page. You want to keep everything centered and organized. So life has the same thing. It's like we'll say the margins are the guidelines or the perimeter of how to keep life structured and properly functioning without going off grid and then having the world get off axis. If you want to think it's round, but we know it's flat. If you know, you know. So everything needs to be properly flowing right. Yeah. It's kind of like those my mind's eye, I'm seeing like these like pendulums swinging. They're like shapes of globes, and one swings and the next one swings, and they all swing in unison, but they're so pretty when they swing all in unison. I forgot what that device is called. I'm picturing the inside of a clock networking. The intricate works of the hands and the wheels and the cogs and the gears. Just one tick of it. It's like looking at I think what's it called? A Rolex. I think a Rolex. Because I used to work at a watch place, a watch repair store back in the day. We're almost 40 minutes in, so that's okay. I used to work at a watch repair store back in the day and in the watch novelty place. So people would ask me to replace their batteries and their watches and repair wristbands and the hands, yada yada. But I learned that Rolexes don't have batteries. They're off of, oh man, what is it called? Man, I used to be able to. It's like the natural. Like a Rolex works off the axis of the world or something. The gravitational pull of the world's gravity. It's like there's a pendulum in a Rolex that just, I forgot the term for it, but it just spins on its own. It's very nasty how the intricate work that goes into the perpetual. What is it called? It starts with a P. It'll come to me hopefully before this download's over. We're almost 40 minutes in. But Rolex watch, Fiat, aficionados, experts, know what that perpetual, what the term is called for, like the movement of a Rolex, an official Rolex watch. If you get a Rolex and you're repairing it, you pop off the back of a Rolex and you see a battery in the back of a Rolex, you know it's fake. And Medivas, those watches. Okay, guys. Where I was getting at with the gears and the intricacies of the interface of a watch and how the margins of this planet work, how certain frequencies have to just stay in a certain revolution per minute to keep this grand thing that we call life in operation. It's just like literally opening up a back of a Rolex and just hitting the pendulum, and then it just automatically stays moving on its own with the density of this earth. I was about to say gravity, but there's no such thing as gravity. It's only density. I know that'll be another time for another topic. I learned that from Rashad Jamal, so I'm not an expert in that at all, but I believe this is very self-explanatory. The density is what keeps things down, not gravity. But once again, expert is Rashad Jamal. Look up Faison 1. I'll always put these two gentlemen together. One day, we will all sit down and have a sit down, talk. I had a dream about that last night. I was like, yo, bada bing, we, all three of us will sit down and talk and make this shit work, because we're stronger together than against each other. I'm tired of this division instead of unity, and I'm a victim of that too. I be cussing people out and say, fuck this bitch, slap this bitch. So I'm a part of it too as well. I'm not perfect. So I got work on my side too. But I want us all to sit down and figure out a master plan for this to take hold more. You know, but the cosmic plan is the cosmic plan for now, so I'm going to stay focused, but I am focused by saying that, so I'm not getting off topic, but that's just another grand plan of the master plan for another tea, another time. I love each and every one of you. Hopefully that was a good, impactful video. Every video is like an onion. There's certain layers to it. Just resonate with what you resonate for right now. Come back and do a rewatcher. Rewind. See if your perspective has changed. And if your perspective has changed, then that means you're really evolving. Wink, wink. I love you guys. Remember, everything's built off the foundation of Lovey McGubbies. Lovey McGubbies. Stuffing McLovin, whatever his name was. McLovin from Superbad. Lovey McGubbies. Made me think about Superbad. Continue loving. Continue staying sexy and beautiful, because remember, when you look in the mirror, there's only one you. So you're a sexy motherfucker. All right, you're a beautiful bitch. All right, you're a beautiful queen, yada yada. You know what I mean? I want to use the proper language for real. There's only one you. Just like when you look at your fingerprint, there's only one unique fingerprint. Okay. So stand out, be you, unapologetically. In my opinion, stop comparing yourself with the Joneses next door. Every time you peep out your blinds, when you see your next door neighbor getting up and they looking happy through their blinds at their window, and they're making pancakes, giving each other hand jobs, whatever the case may be, hand jobs. He's fingering her and she's robbed at the man, giving him a reach around, whatever the case is, right? You see all that action happen, then in your mind, like, I wish I could be that happy. Get the fuck up and be that happy then. How do I do that? Well, look around your surroundings. Of course, a lot of these stories are going to be redundant, but they're lessons for life. How do I do that? You look around your surroundings and ask yourself what you're not happy with. I'm not happy with this house. Why not? Well, we don't have much privacy. I can't walk around this bitch butt ass. Okay, then what are we going to have to do to change our surroundings? Are we going to have to move? If we have to move, that means we're going to have to fucking increase our income. You're going to start asking yourself the real questions. Or it may not be your surroundings. It may be something internal. Well, everything around here is fine, but I just still feel icky. Why do you feel icky? Ask yourself those tough questions. Hey, am I really happy in life? Did I achieve everything I wanted to in life so far? Maybe, I don't know. Tough questions. You know the drill. Get past the tough questions. Don't bullshit yourself. Because if you bullshit yourself, you're not going to grow. Then what's that really going to do when you see everyone else around you growing and you're still stuck? You're going to be sticking out like a sore thumb because you can't hide amongst the, you know what I mean? Real recognizes real. And people that haven't graduated recognize the people that haven't walked across the stage. It's that simple. They haven't walked across the stage yet. But we love you. It's a game of life. It's not to make fun of anybody. It's just we know what it is. There's levels to this shit, okay? We're either extending our hand up for someone else, which is life, period. This is how life always goes, but we just gotta understand the position we're in. Either I'm putting my hand up and someone's pulling me up, or I'm lowering my hand and I'm pulling someone up. So if you get what I said before, it's like a chain. It's always going like this. It's like a bike chain. It's just cylindrical. So don't even think about it. Oh my God, you're talking about position hierarchical. No, it's just literally it's a good mental picture to paint to see where you're at. Where's your foundation currently with yourself? Are you at a foundation where you can lower your hand and pick someone up? Are you at a foundation where you have no foundation and you need to put your hand up and have someone pick you up, which is God? That's a mic dropper. Love you all. Think on that. Daily motivation. Take care.